Hey guys, it's Liam Caddison here, and we're reacting to Season 2 of Lucifer as we are jumping from the first season to the second season. We've got more episodes in offer, because I did confer this to my sister before starting this, and she said there were 18 episodes, so I'm looking forward to the season, especially with Mother, Lucifer's mother, being a bit of a threat, potentially, it seems, for this season. So I'm looking forward to delving into this episode. So, yeah, just a bit of a disclaimer before we do jump into this episode. You guys probably have noticed my voice sounds a bit strained, and that's because I have had a couple of days where my voice has just entirely gone to hell. It's literally died on me. So the last 2 days for me have been a case of recovery. And whereas I'm not 100% there, I'm at a position where I'm able to speak normally again. There is that bit of strain, and the review section of this episode will probably be significantly shorter than usual, just to preserve a bit of voice. I know doing this right now, there might be that argument that this doesn't exactly help, but I feel like I'm in a good position where tomorrow I might be nearly there. I'm nearly there already, but I might be closer to full recovery, and then Friday, because it's Wednesday for me, the Friday will be full recovery. So yeah, just as long as I don't do a plethora of videos today, which is good news, because this is going to be the only one I get recorded today. But it does mean that this week there's only going to be one episode of Lucifer. I know when I said in regards to the prospects for season 2, we're going to have 2 episodes a week, but of course, for obvious reasons, I'm going to limit myself as much as possible, and do 1 episode of everything a week. So 1 episode of Buffy and 1 episode of Lucifer. And that's going to be the same for YouTube, because I do like to leave a bit of a gap between Patreon and YouTube for obvious reasons regarding spoilers and whatnot. So, yeah, there is that case where this is only going to be 1 episode a week, but next week, when I'm fully recovered, it should be back to 2 episodes a week. So that's all well and good. So, yeah, with that said, let's jump into the first episode of Lucifer, Season 2. I'm excited to see what this season has in store for me. So with that said, let's go.
When the paramedics brought me back, I realized I needed to be free.
Yes, from hell.
No, man, from debt. I owe a ton of money, and this was gonna get me out from underneath it. You know what? I'm sick of this. The 2 of you.
It's not the right way to go about it.
It's not Mom.
Oh, you think?
Because you'll be a prisoner to something else.
In a moment. There's so much punishment, so little time.
Oh, God. Oh! Oh!
What's going on?
Once upon a time, a boy met a girl, and they fell in love. They had sex. The only trouble was they were celestial beings, so that moment created the universe.
The Big Bang?
Never knew how appropriate the name was until now, did you? Anyway, they became mum and dad. They had a whole mix of kids, including yours truly. And they built a house. They called it Heaven. Stood there and let it happen. Anyway, a couple of 1,000 years later, Dad kicked her out too. Cast her into hell and put her in a cell. So I did the same for her as she did for me. Zilch.
Oh, wow.
It's good to be back.
It's a case of,
Not really.
how do you like it?
And chunks of metal sticking out of her head, but no, she was strangled. Look, you can see the contusions on her neck.
So the horns were added post-mortem?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a calling
Soft tissue at the
card.
point of impact is yellow-pink. That means that there was no blood pressure when our killer went all stabby-stab.
So it's a warning to
He was killed somewhere
Lucifer.
else. Rebel against his dad, asked some naked lady if she wanted an apple.
You still my heart. Do go on.
I suppose he does run hell. That's not so great. You know, with the torture and eternal damnation.
I'm retired. Besides, I didn't create hell. I just worked there.
And now you're talking in the first person. Wait, are you
The devil.
a method actor?
What?
Oh, boy.
Find a pattern.
Well, it doesn't matter, because I know who the killer is.
Really, who?
It's just going to be a huge
My
coincidence, isn't
Your
it?
mum. It's a long story,
The
but I think
fact
my
that
mum's
it's
soul
his
is
mum.
currently inside Amy. Which is the
I'm
perfect
currently
choice of
keeping
her
an eye
body,
on that
young,
woman they've
beautiful,
just met,
worshipped and
though.
adored by millions.
You're making.
You're not who I thought you were, are you? I hope.
Oh, I'm
Nope.
exactly who you think I am.
But then this truly is the most
Because
evil thing
otherwise
that's
your
ever
mother
happened to
is
me.
messed up.
Stop doing the buttons and just please.
Miss Dodd? What the hell is going on?
Right, for once, this is not what it looks like.
Yeah. Even Lucifer, like, knows his
I'm in
limits.
so much trouble. She was trying to take it away from me. Oh.
And that led to the squabble.
Please, take it all away.
Devil emoji. That's it. I'm speaking to a copyright lawyer today.
So Jillian cut off your supply. That must have pissed off your dealer. Who is
Lucifer,
he?
next episode,
Never met
Lucifer
him?
takes people
All I
to
have is a
court.
number.
Oh?
Hey, what the hell are you doing in here? I'm sorry, I must have gotten lost.
Whoa, that was not normal.
About Lucifer.
All right. I'm listening.
Oh, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna show you.
Wait, is he gonna... Oh my god, he's gonna be vulnerable, isn't he?
Deal. No!
Oh, no, 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 no!
Hey, Chloe, this, by the way, is what Lucifer wore when you guys confronted Malcolm.
How would you know that?
Because I put it on him. He knew what he was walking into. Listen,
Ah!
everything that he does is part of a performance.
All right.
Damn.
And what about the weird
And is that my brother and I had a very difficult childhood. And to deal with it, he created this persona
Might not
for
be wrong
himself.
there.
Lucifer Morningstar, the devil, incorrigible and invincible.
So he's a liar?
Chloe, he means well, but in the end, the only person he ever truly lies to is himself.
This is well played from a Menadale.
Love them. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Can't get enough. And I've got lots of money.
Oh my
And I love
god,
spending
Lucifer.
$1. Not even picky. I'll do any of them. Mix them together sometimes. Fair play, so I abandoned her in turn. Didn't even give her a chance to defend herself. I mean, what could she possibly say that would justify what she did?
Oh, it's not so fun and games now, is it?
What would she say?
Maze! Oh, was he at the thing?
So who is he?
Amy Dodd's dick nozzle boyfriend. She's the actress from
Leave it to Leslie.
What? Makes me laugh.
Well, he must have seen me going into Amy's trailer and I thought it was
Oops.
Mum. Jealous, were you? Wanted to prove yourself to be a big boy by waving a knife in my face.
Wait, your mom escaped hell?
Yes.
No. Now that we are stuck here, I need to figure out where I fit in. And she's been helping me do
There
that.
was Linda.
Thanks. I knew you wouldn't understand.
I mean, there was
I
that
barely
little tease last season about her place here.
Had another drug dealer.
Go on.
She used to score big from some other guy before she got clean. But then Jillian cut him out completely, and the guy was super.
Oh, baby.
What's that?
She was like a mother to her.
Oh,
Some issues that I need to work out, and I think I know just how to do it.
oh, oh, oh my god.
I needed to get away from Lucifer. And you. I need to figure out where I fit in this world, and to do that, I need some space from the both of you.
Oh, that is understandable.
You know, the same thing, you know. I think
Big
some
for
distance
Maze.
between us might be a good.
My faith, it's kind of a big part of my life. So, yeah, sure.
Big
hit
part
me.
of your life,
Okay.
huh? What you
Do you
hiding,
believe that it
Ella?
all really exists?
What do you mean?
Say angels or the devil. That sort of thing. That's all a metaphor, right?
Maybe. Maybe
not.
Oh, okay. That's pretty. I just thought there'd be more faith in your faith, I guess.
Oh, no, see,
Stay back.
You plunged 2 rods into her skull to make her look like the devil, but you know what? She's not the devil. I am. There we go. I love a game of poker. Go on, I'll give you a
There we go. It's all. Oh, ooh! And he's bleeding, which means Chloe's. See, I had a bad feeling about her, and there was a reason why I had a bad feeling about you, bitch.
What? You're gonna bet for your life?
Don't tell anyone. I died like this.
Shh.
I need the eggs.
It's not very funny.
Yeah.
Not the best joke ever,
I
personally.
don't know what your deal is, but you make me a better detective. And you've always got my back. What more could I ask for?
Oh.
And now she doesn't.
Well, it doesn't appear so, no.
And why is that a bad thing?
Well, because, Doctor, if she's not coming to kill me, then I don't know what she's doing.
Maybe tormenting you. She went through torture.
That's truly terrifying.
She might have known about what Lucifer's trying to do now, and is torturing him. I'm wondering if that stabbing has anything to do with his abilities being compromised. More Lucifer singing now. Take it. I'll take it. Wait.
Mum.
Oh no! Mama's here. I honestly thought that was going to stretch on for a lot longer. Especially since this episode delved with the, like, okay, the idea that she could possess, like, a certain body. Because there was that bank robber who, Lucifer assumed was his mother, and then, of course, we had the whole situation that was tied to who he thought was his mother. But yeah, it was my first guess all along, which was really, really, because I said that woman, she had a really, really she had a really, really iffy vibe, if you get what I mean. Like, my gut didn't sit right with her and what she gave out, and I was thinking maybe, especially regarding Amy, I don't know, she used her in some capacity, and she did, although my first hunch was wrong. I think it was wrong, but there was that idea that she would somehow use her. So yeah, but yeah, this was a really good starting episode. It really does, like, pave the way for mysteries as well, like Amenadale, because his abilities have been compromised, it seems. And I'm wondering if that's all tied to him getting stabbed and him having the feather. So yeah, but and we got some new, I'm thinking Ella, she's called. She's going to be a recurring character, and she seems like a very, very lovely person. Although I do feel, I don't know, tinfoil hat moment, there's something going on with her character. I don't know. I don't trust anyone. No, but she seems to be a very, very impressionable character. So this was a really good starting episode to season 2, I feel. So yeah, like I said, I'm not gonna, like, spend too long on this because of the voice. which I'm surprised it's been good to me during the entirety of that reaction. So that's a plus. But yeah, like I said, that was a very good opener. It does lead you to mystiques about new characters and journeys that certain characters are going to be heading this season, especially Menadale, who, yeah, I'm wondering what's going on with him. Like, I'm wondering if that's got something to do with the finale and that's affected him in some capacity, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. And yeah, I am very curious regarding Lucifer's mother, because I do have a feeling that well, spoiler alert for Angel, just in case it needs to be there. So you can skip ahead a few minutes. I won't go into too much of a discussion. But I'm wondering if it's going to be like a case of Darla in Angel, where she starts off being in a very, very good light. And then, of course, not from her own will at this point, she becomes evil. So I'm wondering if something like that is going to happen, because it seems like Lucifer's mother is... I don't know. There seems to be some kind of leniency towards her character, if you get what I mean. I mean, she comes stumbling in asking Lucifer for help. And I don't know. I do get this vibe that she isn't evil, like, because they don't go into the specifics about how she was cast down to hell. Just that she would later follow Lucifer, and she just stood by coldly as a God sent Lucifer to hell. But it does seem like the rift, there is a rift between father and mother, because I don't know. I'm just thinking back to the parallels with Dan and Chloe and how they drove apart, because Dan's work got in the way of his of the relationship. So that could be the same with God and the mother, I'll just say for now, goddess or whatever. Yeah, I feel like that got in the way there, because humanity, of course, big project, isn't it? 7 billion lives. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But I don't know. I do feel like the vibe that was given off at the end of season 1 was that, okay, well, she might be the next big evil. But maybe she isn't, or maybe this is all a game. Her stumbling in, asking desperately for help, it was all part of a plan. I'm not so sure. It's just what Lucifer said. If she's not out to kill me, then I feel like it's something that could potentially be worse. And there was a part of me that did scream torture, especially with the fact that she had to go through that in hell, it seems, with Maze being there. Maze even said it herself. So, yeah. But yeah, I guess we'll find out what happened to her, especially at next episode potentially. But yeah, it was really good. I liked the whole murder of the week. Like, this is it. I had a hunch that Roberta, was she called? Yeah, she was bad news. Like, I wasn't getting a very good vibe. Like, my spidey senses were tingling in a bad way when it came to her discussion. And it makes sense, of course, with the whole motherly figure approach that she tried to give off to her victim. That parallels, of course, to Lucifer's situation. Of course, he and Menadale, they were trying to find their mother, and it all came to nothing. So I liked how that lined up. But yeah, you had Lucifer. Like, this is it. Like, when Lucifer found out that it was her going by the name of Bobby B, Roberta, which makes sense because Robert short for Bob, Bob short for Robert, should I say? When Lucifer had those alarm bells, I wanted to speak out because I was like, I had a feeling, and I mean, I even called it at the beginning, like, I don't have a good vibe about her, so I wanted to put on my Detective Caddison mode once again because Liam called that shit. Like, the reasoning might not have lined up to what I first had a hunch on, but, you know, I had a feeling, and my feeling sticks true, so Detective Caddison on the scene again. No, it was like, it had a very comedical vibe towards the end, like, of their little scuffle. Like, Lucifer was like, don't tell anyone that I went out like this. It's quite the, like, for for him and his ego to see that as such an embarrassing way, yeah, it does add that like a little bit of comedicness to it, but very, very tense stuff as well. Like, you knew he was bleeding, and you just had a feeling, okay, Chloe's here, so please barge through that door and sort her shit out. So yeah, so I'm glad that we had not just Lucifer ringing alarm bells, especially with how he's been pursuing his mother, but also Chloe and Ella putting the pieces together, which I really like. Ella's a really, really fun and I'd say quirky introduction, although part of me feels like there is something more with her character, so that remains to be seen. But yeah, we also had a very bold moment with Amenadiel, where he gave reasonings to Lucifer being shot but seemingly surviving with a cover that eventually Chloe didn't vibe to, and we did see her throw the sample away, but I think she doesn't really care too much about what it could lead to, because she even said it herself, you're a great detective who I can't really do without. So maybe think there are more like things that matter more than the blood sample. So yeah, but I really thought that was a bold move for Amenadiel to make. I was wondering what his game was when he shot himself, because I was wondering, is he vulnerable too, like Lucifer is? Because there was that like curiosity about how Chloe wasn't affected by Lucifer, and back in Wingman, wasn't it? Yeah, I was wondering, wait, so is Chloe affected by Amenadiel? So I was wondering if the same applied here in terms of, okay, is one vulnerable, the other vulnerable? And it turns out like Amenadiel just shot himself, and you had those little you had a blood bag there, with Amenadiel telling a story that he hoped Chloe would buy into. So yeah. I also like the backstory about how Lucifer's mother was sent to hell, that discussion with Dr. Linda. And I also like the way they're going about with Maze's story as well, in terms of, I feel like season 1, she was lost. She only wanted to go back to hell, and on the material plane, I guess, she felt a bit lost. Whereas this season is more about her finding her place, and I hope we do get to see more scenes with her and Dr. Linda, coming to the Dr. Martin coming to expanding Maze's story, because I think we had a bit of that last season, and I think they would make a very, very interesting pairing. So hopefully we'll get a bit more of that. And we also got a bit of Dan as well. I thought he'd be away longer. I had a feeling, okay, this is not the end of his story. But I didn't think he'd be showing up back in the first episode. So interesting stuff. But you could see the tension between Chloe and Dan in that first episode. It's like, ugh. But yeah, like I said, this was a very good first episode. I really like it. I like how there's certain mystiques going on, and I'm really curious to know what happened to Lucifer's mother at the ending of that episode. But apart from that, this was a very enjoyable, well-flowed episode, so with some new characters and interesting stuff that happened. So yeah, can't wait to see what happens in episode 2. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!